having started in a family agency at the age of 13, filing and just working with my dad, being around this industry basically my whole life, at the age of 22, I became the president of our family agency. One thing I picked up on really quick is when you go to conventions or you go to different meeting groups, you look around, you're pretty much the youngest guy in the room, and it's pretty tough because maybe a level of respect, a level of belonging, like should you be here, and really having the necessity of having folks to reach out to, and that's what I found with the Big Eyes, the ability to have an association that had folks that had been where I was and had progressed further and had developed into a flourishing career, and I could learn from them. And so having that ability through young agents was very fruitful for my career. Well, I was fortunate to grow up in a home where my father was involved in politics and local politics. So I knew the value of politics, and I knew the value of what it would do to our industry, either positive or negatively. So I always tried to remain vigilant and stay involved in the legislative process, because the saying my dad's always told me is, we either get into politics or get out of business. We have to work to maintain our seats. And unfortunately, in this world, it takes capital to do that. And so that's why it's nice and it's comforting to have an association that does have a PAC. It does reach out to its members and shows them the value of having skin in the game with the legislative process, because it helps us to be able to one, stay in the legislature so that we can have someone that somewhat understands insurance making decisions that affect our daily lives, but also being able to support our colleagues. And by supporting the insurance PAC, that's what you're going to be able to do, is to help us continue to keep the insurance industry a viable and strong industry for our future. Our colleagues know that Senator Sawyer and Senator Bergen and myself, we work in this every day. So when there's insurance issues, they come to us and say, hey, what should we do on this? Having that PAC support us allows us to help support them, which in turn keeps us here and also supports the industry. And one thing you figure out really quickly is you're not necessarily buying influence per se, as you're buying access. And you're able, that gives you the opportunity to go to your colleagues and say, hey, we've got this issue that's very important to our association. And in doing that, having been supported by the PAC, that door is always going to be open, and they're going to be willing to listen to you. Thank you. Thank you for what you've done so far with supporting the PAC. It helps us do what we can do here in Raleigh to make sure that our industry is a viable industry for years to come. While I know it's very difficult, especially being a young agent, it's tough to find the extra money, especially on a monthly basis, to be able to give to something that you really can't see. So what I would encourage you to do is invest in your future, get involved in politics because you don't want to get out of business. Think about giving $10, $15, or even $25 a month. Seems like a lot right now, but really over time you're investing in the future of your industry, and we would greatly appreciate it and put it to good use. And next time you're in Raleigh, please come by and see me.